right, y'all. This is the Unfiltered Voices podcast. I'm here with Camp Nitty, and I'm gonna let you introduce yourself and what you do, so you could tell them.
All right, so Camp Nitty. I'm a trainer in the city of Pittsburgh. I work for the city of Pittsburgh. I work for Pittsburgh Public Schools. I try to train as many kids as I can to help them get up out of the neighborhood or any unforeseen situations that they got going on. I try to get them out of that. I had some bad situations in my life to where it could have went two different ways. You could ride and do what you need to do to defend what you need to defend, or you could be a motivation and inspiration to the kids that's coming up behind you. And I chose that route. So now I've been doing. I ain't got no more kids who's going to jail, getting shot at, getting shot, and passing away. Now we got kids that's going to college, doing great things, working in trades, working great jobs, and just doing what they need to do. So Cam Nitty's really on their way, man, and I'm excited to be here.
Excited to have you, and I appreciate you for coming on to the stream. I know,
Sure.
it was such a quick notice and stuff like that. So I wanted to get you to some questions. I had a couple questions about, your backstory, how you got here, why you got here, and what motivated you. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
so basically, the first question that I want to ask you is like, can you explain to us what motivated you to start the Nitty movement? Like, what's the backstory of Nitty?
So, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time now. A lot of, pain, a lot of struggle, a lot of. I ain't even gonna hold you. A lot of death happened to me at a young age. My best friend died when I was 15. One of my cousins died at 18, and then 4 days later, somebody that I looked at as my big brother passed away. And 3 years after he passed away, my actual big brother passed away. And while I was a young kid in the neighborhood, a product of my environment, wanting to fit in, wanting to be cool, wanting to be one of those that's the neighborhood kids that we see street stuff, we want to be street. And something around me deep down, I didn't want to be that. Like, I get scared of gunshots. I get scared of jail. When I was 15 years old, I got in the car with my brother and we ended up driving somewhere. Somebody that he picked up had a gun in the car and the cops pulled us over and we're all down and we're all like in the jails and all of that. And the cop was just like, I'm gonna let you go because you're underage, but like you need to wake up from this. And after that day, I really woke up from that. Like I ain't never been back in no police car. I ain't never been back in those any of those things. So I was scared as heck. So my job was to like, all right, what could I do to help my family and not have to see this and not have to be a part of any of those little things that's going on. And I met Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter was Pitt Hall of Famer. He's probably one of the best players that ever played for Pitt. And he used to talk to me about some real life street stuff and things that adults don't really say to kids. And he used to really like get down to be like, you need to do this, you need to do that. And like I'm trusting in you, bro, because you've been everywhere that I want to go. You've been doing everything that I need to do. Like I'm gonna put my trust in you. And he literally told me it was like 5 years from now, like your dream and whatever you want to do is gonna be gone. 5 years, like 5 years from now, your friends are still gonna be around. So I'm like, yeah, you're right. And I end up going with him, but he ain't tell me like 5 years from now, my friends end up be gone. Like they gonna be in jail or they gonna be dead or they gonna be doing some things that they ain't ready to be a part of. And I'm glad he took me out of that mindset and he put me in a great situation. And after that, I got to work out one kid. I'll get into that a little later. But I had two kids who I really trained to death. I used to work out on my own, like snow, rain, whatever. I used to be outside working out by myself. And those two kids used to come up to the gym every day to just like be with me and
work out with me and see the differences and how they could get better and focus on their dreams. But I wasn't strong enough. Uh, I wasn't a great leader. I wasn't any of those things. I just thought that I was just working out for myself. And one day they was working out with me, and a week later, one of them got shot somebody in his chest, and the other person ended up going to jail for a long time. And once I saw that happen, it really affected me. Like, man, they looked at me as that person to help them get where they needed to go, and I wasn't brave enough to just be there for them that badly. So now that they're gone and one of them passed away, the other one's still in jail. Now that they're gone and not around, I really stepped up to where now I'm brave as hell. Like I ain't with that. Ain't no kids finna be around me and not hearing what they need to hear. Like I ain't no yes man. I ain't none of that now. I'm on everybody. Like you want to be great. You want to be this. I got you. Just follow me. I'm gonna give you all my time, my dedication, and I want you to be exactly what I want you to do. But you just gotta trust me. You gotta believe in me. 5 years from now, this life is gonna change your life.
And that's motivational as ever. Cause honestly, bro, like hearing you talk, like I can hear the pain behind your voice. But I always say like the pain behind somebody's voice can tell a million stories. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And I like in the midst of that, like like you kind of trying to keep your cool, and then at the same time you trying to keep the kids motivated. Like how do you handle unmotivated children that come your way because of like the same situation you facing?
One is patience. So, like me working in Pittsburgh public schools, you might have a kid that's just coming in the building upset or hot or just going through it. But what we don't know is somebody on the outside looking in. We don't know what they're coming from or what they're going through. And me facing all these tragedies and me being that person, like as me being in school and I was bad, and teachers used to tell me that I was going to be this and that and dead by 21 and all of that. Like I had a lot of struggles and a lot of things that I just wanted attention from. And it took one teacher to actually not get affected by me trying to disrespect her or me trying to be too hard or trying to put on the front. And once that teacher literally, this is the same lady that watched that, she read the newspaper. She saw how my dad went to jail, and I came to school the next day, and she knew that was my dad. And instead of everybody else was judging me, like I walk in the building, the principal judged me, the security guard judged me, everybody was just judging me, laughing at me. And this lady came and she gave me the biggest hug in the world and told me how much she loved me. And that little moment kind of changed my narrative. It was like, dang, like you going through the world and somebody still love you. Like you going through tragedy and somebody still love you. Like, and that lady was the only lady that was able to keep me under control and keep me to be who I truly could be. And then meeting somebody like Mr. Porter, like for my dad to go to jail when I was 8 years old, I barely really respected men. Like I ain't, because my dad was in jail. I had a stepdad. He did great. He raised me to be that, but it's still a big difference when you going through not having the actual father in your life. So when I met Mr. Porter, man, he like I tried my best to disrespect him, and the fact that the next day he still was open arms and letting me come and hang out with him and work me out and train me and do all of these things, I was just kind of confused. Like, dang, like he's supposed to not like me now just because I disrespected him. And the fact that he was so patient and didn't like let it get to him, and now I'm just like, all right, if he's able to crack that code, bro, like now let me. So now when it's time for me, like I'm getting all of the hectic back from me disrespecting people, being rude to people. It's all coming back to me now that I'm being the teacher. So kids that come through and they literally like yell at me or yada yada yada, and like, all right, cool. I still love you to death. Like, get the glasses, bro. And whatever. They come in my room, they talk to me, they telling me what's going on, and I always tell them like it's between me, you, and God. Like, ain't nobody ever going to hear this. The principal would try to ask me like, what did they say? Like, they ain't really say too much, like, because that's just between us. Like, we gonna keep it between us. But And after those moments that I get to bond with the kids and I get to talk to them and learn them and sit down and all of those things. Like now they're looking at me as, all right, like what can I do now to get to my truest potential? And I always talk to them, and my stories of what I went through is kind of similar to all of their stories that they're going through. So now they feel at peace and they feel at home and they feel like a safe space that they could talk to me and they could be there with me and little stuff like that. But now these kids are really with me and they're really involved and they're 100% committed to the lifestyle that I'm trying to get them and help them out to reach.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like me seeing you, cause low key, like you're a little older than me. I'm 27, so me watching y'all grow up, being on the Hill District, and then seeing how you came, and how many kids you pushed forward. I mean, honestly, it's a miracle worker because I'm telling you, in these times, it's hard to get kids to stay motivated. It's hard to get kids to feel loved. I mean, we all got a testimony, and for so many years, I was like, this dude right here have a testimony. He has a
Mm.
reason, and I went through the time where I seen that. I believe your brother wanted somebody had passed away to you that was super close, and I was as like behind the scenes, like you don't really know who's watching, and that's something I learned about the internet. Like I was always watching you, and it's like I went through your grieving period kind of with you as you was going through that, and I'm like, yo, I'm like, I really feel for this dude, but like we don't really know each other like that, but we from the same hood, so like I seen death, you seen death, so it's like I feel, you know what I'm saying, how you feeling. So the next question I do want to ask you is like, for people who want to know, what sports have you worked with the most, and what's your favorite one to work with?
So me, even though I played basketball in college, I'm that hard a football fan. Like I played football my whole life until I got to college. Um, Football players, it's just something about it. Like it's feel like poetry to me. I do coach basketball. I love basketball. My daughter plays basketball, so I really enjoy that. But it's something about them kids in the football when I get to go see them practice or I'm training them and I get to teach them their different positions and the fluency of how they're moving and a receiver for sure. Like that's the position I played when I was in high school and then just in life and just to teach them how to like break on a route and be faster than the next person. Teaching corners how to undercut routes and get interceptions and take to the crib. Like there's nothing better than coaching football, training football, playing football. Like that's the greatest thing ever. And watching football, especially Lamar Jackson.
You are definitely a Baltimore fan, and I feel that. I'm telling you, I've been watching you, Briz, and it's been nothing but good things, as I've been watching you. So football, I feel like with football too, I feel like growing up in sports and stuff, I feel like football got so many people that get drafted, and it's like one of the hardest like sports to like have the main attention. So once you have that one kid, that one, you know what I'm saying, that one teenager, that one adult that can grab attention to the scouters in that field, I do think it's super amazing. I think football players, like I'm a basketball player and I love basketball, but I think football players have a different motivation. I think they
No
got a
facts.
different hunger.
Like with football too, like people don't know that, but like basketball, you ain't really like risking your life. Like you could risk an injury, you could risk
Mhm.
whatever. But football, like we just watched like DeMar Hamlin damn near die on the field. That he did die on the field. And that's and for him to still come back after all of that things that happened to him and he still wants to play and he still just got re-signed, like bro's an inspiration. So like
Yeah.
people don't know how much football players give their life to something. So like it's a little difference with me coaching and training the different sports. Like if I train a basketball player, they might not go hard on the layup because it ain't whatever. But you get a football player and you like try to train them and you motivate them and you tell them why they need to go hard. Like it's a big difference. Like they hit that switch and they get it like they really mentally locked in because they kind of understand the significance. You get hit in that head one time, and you really get hit. Like that CTE, a bad boy. Like as a younger kid, you might not really see what you just got into. But when you get older, you'll see like the loss of memory, the loss of everything that's going on. So like football is really, really fun and it's exciting. I hope everybody stays safe with it. They're making it safer for everybody, but football is definitely the best thing to ever train.
100%. Um, so another question I got for you is what methods do you use to keep athletes like progress? Like how do you know when your kids is progressing?
I goes with that goes with weekly workouts. I text parents probably every Friday. I'll give them like an update on how their kids are doing. I know when kids are progressing by them not being with me and me not seeing them going to another training or 7-on-7 game or basketball tournament or whatever, and I see like the small differences. Like if I'm training you in basketball and the first time I got to see you go to the hoop and you don't go as hard at the finish. And then the next time you go to the hoop and you go to the hoop like you have a championship game, 1 second left, and you going in your hardest, or a football player, the speed that they give, like I can't even explain it, but parents would text me and be like, "Man, I see a huge difference with my kid now that they've been training with you. They've been going faster. The catches that they've been making, the shakes that they've been doing, the speed that they've been showing. Like, I appreciate you, Coach Nitty. You're doing this, you're doing that to them. So like, it's a mindset thing with me. Like when you come train with me, you're not allowed to go slow. Like I changed my whole genre of the kids that come with me. If you decide to go slow and not your 100%, one, I'm not finna let nobody's parent pay me and I'm not building your kid. I'm gonna just tell your kid or tell you that one, your kid is suspended for a week. They cannot come back until they decide to go hard. When they come back and they still don't go hard, I just can't train you because that's just the mindset. Now you're not even trying. You're not even giving it your 100%. Like today, I had a kid who didn't finish first in nothing, didn't do anything, but I kind of looked at their face and I'm watching how they're gassed on every drill. They're sweating head to toe, and they tried their best. Oh, that kid ain't never gonna get yelled at by me because he tried. He might not have won any race. He might not have gave it his absolute best effort, but he actually gave it his all. He gave me everything that he had in him. He probably didn't need. He probably just woke up. He probably did something. His mom just said, "We got to go to training. We got Coach Nitty at a couple of minutes." But I watched him give me everything he had. So that was something that I got to see that he gave me everything. Like you good to come back. But those kids that don't do their best, like I can't have you come back until you're ready to give me your everything. Because if you want to go to college and you want to go to these different places, it's a million kids that's your age that want to go to these places, and it's only 5,000 scholarships between Division 1, Division 2, and Division 3. A million kids to 5,000 kids. What's going to separate you to get to that next level? And that's the mindset that I give every kid every single day that we train.
And that's motivational for real. Cause I'm telling you, like, I had great coaches, but it's just like there's definitely something in you. It's definitely something in you, and I'm happy that it's you that's out here motivating them kids. Cause whenever you first started it, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be the beginning of something great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like heart to heart thing with me with you, cause it's like I used to be like, yeah, I'm going up there, I'm going to train with Camp Nitty, I'm going to be up there. But I call you, you know what I'm saying? I call you with the hood, call you type stuff, like you feel me? So it's like I know you like that, so I'm like I'm about to go train with him and stuff like that up there. But I mean, like it
Mm-hmm.
just never it never happened. And for me, it's just like I'm like, soon as I get back in my bag, that I was like, that's the first place I'm going, you know. So I definitely appreciate that. You coming up here and motivating kids. I'm telling you, it's so hard out here, especially in women's sports, cause it's like, oh man, females. It's like they're going down by the dozen in Pittsburgh, and it's like, they don't really have no motivation. But good thing about the WNBA is that it's coming up on its top height. It's starting to take heat to like nationals. Everybody's starting to talk about it. So hopefully that get girls the motivation to start like I want to go hoop, you know, and having you around the city, to get people, the point of this podcast is to get people's name out there, to reach parts of, like situations and cities that you might not got. So speaking of cities and reaching the different places, do you want to like, have you ever trained anybody that literally came to you from a certain mile away that's far? Have you ever had that?
Yeah, so last year I coached Oakland Catholics girls. So we got girls that's from all over the place. Like literally, they come from all over the place. They go to Oakland Catholic though, but they're from all different angles. They ain't just from Pittsburgh or the Hill District or anything. So I had girls coming this whole summer to me at different times. I made a schedule for them. I stayed super professional the whole summer. Let them know like we're gonna be going here. I had girls come from Penn Hills. Last week, some girls just came from Penn Hills to come to workouts, and that's what I kind of had to change up too. Like before, it was only football players. Now I just let everybody just come through. Um, Motivating the girls because some girls wasn't like comfortable with training with the boys or like, oh, they play football, I shouldn't be training. Like conditioning is conditioning. I don't care what sport you play. If you're the most conditioned in that fourth quarter or that second half or whatever, like your eye's going to head that advantage. You're not going to be that person that's going crazy in the first quarter or the second quarter, and then second half you got your head on your knees and you gasping for air, and now you just giving up. Like now these girls are starting to believe and they're starting to come. And since I coached Oakland Catholics girls basketball team and we just did outstanding, and the head coach used to always be in interviews and say, like every day these girls are down there with Camp Nitty in the weight room and they're conditioning, they're doing this. So now more people starting to believe in like, oh, Camp Nitty is starting to do like a little bit more. And like today I had a little I don't know if she's 8 or 9, but I just had an 8 or 9 year old. She's about to start running track. This is gonna be her first year, and this little girl is outstanding. Like she might break every record in Pennsylvania history when she becomes at least 12 years old. But this little girl, she's rolling. But she don't miss no days. Like she beat me to training today because she really loves it and she believes in it and she feels like this is going to help her get to where she want to go. She ain't no little girl that's struggling. She's not going through real life. She's not. She's just one of those girls that I just want to do something good so my mom and my dad can be proud of me. And that's what the biggest blessing is for me right now. Like now I'm starting to get other ethnicities and other genres and other genders to start to believe in. It just ain't football players no more. It just ain't RJs and Jasons and Martha Abs and all of them. It's more people starting to believe like, oh, what is he doing or what is he saying to get these kids to want to go harder and reach their truest potential and their truest goals? Because that's what I'm going to do. When I train you, I ain't with you just going slow and going soft and going this and that. I'm going to push you to your true potential. If I feel like you run at an 80%, I'm going to try my best to push you to 90. If you jumping at a 70%, I'm going to try my best to push you to 80. And then we're going to go 90. Then we're going to go 100. Like, I'm going to always motivate you and push you to the best of your ability.
That's why. That's why you're important, cause that, like, I feel like a lot of trainers, they just, I mean, like, there's some great trainers out here, but I feel like when it comes to the, the heart to heart, that I actually want to see you win. I'm not just here for a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? It's rare out here, and that's what these kids need.
That's something that I do. Like, I'll never knock no other trainer. I promise you. I love everybody in the city. I love everybody just period. Like, I'm one of those people. But this is what kills me because I got to watch it a lot of times. People are so focused on the first. So if they have 100 kids and they have 10 lines and they have 10 kids in every line, they're only focused on the first two to make them look good, and the cameras is on them. They don't care about those
Yeah,
people that's in the back. Like they don't care about 8, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They don't care. They'll let them go and they'll clap it up and say, "Great job, great rep." Like that's not it for me. My first, so I usually have about 30 kids at my training. I don't invite everybody to my training. I don't really care. And everybody talk about like, oh, these people only want money. Like 80, I would say 75% of my training comes for free. So people don't know that. I don't really say that. I'm gonna say it to you because this is we in the interview right now. Like 75% of my kids, they all come for free, and they work, but they have to stay consistent. If they don't stay consistent, if they're not there at least 75%, 80% of the month, then I gotta pull their scholarships. Their mom gotta pay whatever, or they gotta pay whatever, whatever. But most of the kids I let come for free. They stay for free. They stay consistent. They stay doing what they gotta do. I ain't with the front. The front, I don't care about the front because I know the front is going to go because the front wants scholarships. The front want to go to the NFL or the NBA. The front wants to be those people that gets on Dream Shots pages or Cover Threes pages or Ben's and Tua's pages, and they want everybody to hear about them and their offers and all of that. I'm so more focused on the back. The back needs to become a part of the front. Like I just had one little kid today. He's 9 years old, dog. He jumped up in the front with the 17-year-olds and the 16-year-olds, and he was trying to beat them out at every drill today.
He said he gonna
And
get his.
somebody like that is motivating to me, and I tell him every day, like, yo, you're the youngest here. You have nothing to lose. He's supposed to beat you. He's 15. He's supposed to beat you. He's 16. They're all supposed to beat you. They're all in high school. Buddy, you're in the fourth grade. Don't lose. And I'll blow the whistle. And he'll literally go dumb. So something like that is just what motivates me. But other trainers, they don't care about anybody that's in the back. And no knock to no trainer at all. But I got a son now. Like I adopted a son a couple of years ago. So I just didn't want me to be the only one teaching him. And I got to take him to all of these other places. And me going to all these other trainers and watching, like, bro, they really don't care about the people in the back. They don't care about the people that's in the middle. They only care about the first three or four so they can record it and put it on their Instagram and all of that. But y'all okay with taking other people's money to build their kids and other people, other parents, what are y'all watching? Y'all at the trainings. And y'all okay with this? Like, bro, it couldn't be me. Like, I don't care about money. I got two great paying jobs. I make over 100,000 a year. I don't care about money. I don't care about any of that. I care about my reward is last week watching Khalil Taylor commit to Penn State as a 10th grader, becoming a 5-star, getting recruited as a offensive player. That's my reward. My son just committed to Buffalo last year. He's about to go to college in June. He's about to go for a 4-year degree and do everything that he did. And he did all of this coming out of university prep, where the kids up there are not as advanced and all of that. Them kids are they got real problems, and the things that they're going through is all of that. Like that's my reward. Seeing my son have a 3.5 in a school like that, like that's a reward. Like I don't care about money. I care about the accomplishments that's going on with these kids and how they can become better. RJ winning 3 state championships and 3 WPO championships. That's my reward. The other trainers, they need to pick it up, man. Stop taking them people money if you don't care about them kids. Don't just only gas the kids up because they got offers and they got this and that. Focus on the ones that don't get offers so they can get offers, and now that's your reward, bro. Uh, I'm gonna get into that another day, another story. But these people need to build and stop trying to just take these people's money, man, and really build these kids and help them get to where they need to go.
That's the truth, and that's true. You said it the best. You know what I'm saying? And you're the prime example of you ever. I don't know if you ever heard the saying, but usually they say you're a star that shines under the crease of the door. So basically, when in the darkness, you're the light. You know what I'm saying? You're the light that shines, and you feel me? That's basically what you push out to these kids, and you show them like even though the door is closed and you're sitting in the dark, I still when I look up under that crease, I look up under that door that still got an opening, I see your light. And
Mm,
you're the cuz I grew up like right now I my favorite basketball player is Giannis. And before Giannis started out, Giannis was a ball boy. He was wiping floors up before and his
facts.
brother he was looking at his brother succeed. See, many
Mm-hmm.
people don't know that about Giannis. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just a start right there, and that's the prime example of like Giannis needed that person too. Giannis needed
Mm-hmm.
somebody to say, hey, yeah, your brother might be a star too, But you know what I'm saying? You're more than just a bobble. You're more than just here and let me get you your water. You're more than here, let me just clean up the crease off the floor. You feel
Facts.
me? And and that's what I'm saying. Like people out here, they don't know that you're out here and that you're, you know what I'm saying. Like people probably like, yeah, he, you know what I'm saying. Like you said, 75% of the things that you do is off the strength of you wanting somebody to make it, and that's
No,
not everybody.
for sure.
You feel me? And I think the biggest thing is like I know like in this time period that we live in, like it's hard for these type of things to get pushed because they're trying to put it under, and I'm a big advocate for it. But like how do you put God into the situation? Because I see you listen to verses every day. I be seeing you have a verse of the days and stuff like that. So like how do you like teach kids about God, and how do you do that in your everyday life?
So one thing I learned too, like you don't push God on nobody. Um, People got to believe in what they believe in. It took sacrifices for me. It took pain for me to really see the beauty of God. Like for all my friends to pass away and go to jail or whatever, and I'm still here. Like there's a purpose for me being here. Everything that I ever went through, I had a stroke 6 years ago, and I just talked to my daughter literally about this an hour ago, and just told her it was like that's the one thing that I love about myself. I don't really complain about anything. I don't really like if I did something wrong or if I did anything, like I put myself there. I gotta face the consequence. I gotta face whatever is going on. But for me to still be here and for me to still be able to do this and to motivate a kid and get them to where they need to go, like that's God. God's pushing me to be here. For me to have that stroke while I was in the midst of my greatest moments of basketball and not able to go overseas now, not able to go get my master's degree and all of this. But 3 years later, I adopted a child, and then I adopted another child, and now I have my own biological child. Like that ain't just all of a sudden just randomly happen. Like God pushed me to not be able to finish my basketball playing career and being all of that. Like He really pushed me. Or my brother passing away, and I'm going to sleep, and I'm seeing different signs of what I need to do, what I don't believe in, and what I like. I ain't a big fan of church. Like that's what everybody's asking. Like, oh, what church you going to? Since the eyes posted on verses a day, like I ain't no church going person. Like I don't. Those church people are a little phony to me, and I ain't even finna play with that. But everybody need to believe in their own little whatever they believe in. But I truly know that God is real. God exists. God, you might not see God, but God is going to show you them signs right in front of you. If you miss the blessing, that's just your eyes ain't woke yet, or you ain't go through nothing just yet to see the signs that He's trying to give you. And that's just the way of life, and that's the way of faith. So that's my message, man. If you ever see little signs when you're sleeping, when you're just home or doing nothing, and you see little things going, or you just daydream about it, like God is pushing you to do something. And the fact that we all waking up every single day, there's a over 1 billion people who didn't get to wake up and see today, or somebody, knock on wood, that's not going to see tomorrow. For you to still be here tomorrow, you need to make your legacy and everything that you got going on real right now. Like I could pass away today, right now, and my name is going to always live on because of the things that I done did for the world, not just my neighborhood, not just I gave everything that I could to help somebody else become better. And that all goes with God and what he pushed me to be and who I am now. So that's what I am. Even though I post those verses a day, I ain't pushing faith on nobody. I ain't pushing religion on nobody. That's just something that I believe in, that I love. I enjoy waking up in the morning, going into my car, putting on the verses a day, driving to Dunkin' Donuts and getting to work. Like that helps me. I ain't been mad in the last 6 years. I ain't never had an anger issue or anything in the last 6 years because those verses a day help me out, and it makes me just feel at peace. And I'm a big fan of learning about Jesus, the greatest man to ever walk on earth. He did a lot of great things for everybody, and I'm just a huge fan of just learning more and more and more about him. I don't believe in going to church and learning about him, but I do believe in finding my own ways of learning about him and learning about God. So God's real, man. God exists, and for us to wake up every single day, I got to take accountability into that. Like, all right, I'm here for a purpose. What could I do to make the world better today at this moment? What could I do to make the world better? So that's my whole take on that.
Amen, and I appreciate that because like you said, like that's what you believe in, and like yeah, I just started getting into that too, and that's what made me ask you because I've been seeing your verses. I've been getting into God and learning about God for 2 years now. So that's another thing that drew me to you. You know what I'm saying in these past couple years, and another thing is that now that you're talking about the adoption situation, like I'm adopted. So that's even touching in that way because I've been adopted by a man too. So I got raised by my uncle. So I
Mm,
mean, for so many years, I mean, like you said, like it's a lot of pain, hurt, and stuff that's in this stuff. So to see you come out from where I'm from, a black male doing it and doing it proud with his head up, that's motivation to me. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? No matter how you look at it, no matter how you see it, that's motivation to me. And to see that you are adopting like children now, like if you feel led to type of thing. So like, what motivated you to do that?
So for my son, well, my son, I've been with him for 7 years now, going on 8. But for him, I don't even know like where it came a part of, but I was training. I was a coach actually when he turned. So he was 10, going on 11. He was doing like a little summer workout for the hill, and he he just gravitated to me. Like he just wanted to be around me, all of that. So I started training him, and I kept asking him all like, bring him up to training, man. I want to really work him out because he got a lot of potential, he got a lot of upside. So I started training him, and for some reason he started like randomly acting out, like getting like upset. But I kind of noticed that while he was getting upset, like the other 3 little kids who were all working out with me, all of their dads just came home from jail, and there was days where they would miss training because their dad just came out from jail. They want to go eat with them, or they want to go just be with their dads, and there was no problem with that. But I was wondering, like, why is he so upset? And he kind of like told me, it was like, well, my dad is out of jail. My dad ain't in it, but he just don't be around me. And I kind of seen like how he was like kind of frustrated about not having a dad. And I was just like, one day I just asked him, was like, man, would I be able to step up for you? Like, I don't want to be your dad, but I just want to be like a father figure to you, to get you to like stop acting out and all of that. I want to give you the attention that you possibly might need. And he was just like yes, 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 sir. And then one day he just randomly texted me like, hey dad, I got a headache because I missed training today. But it was the hey dad that kind of got me on like, all right, somebody looks at you as a father figure. And it wasn't even no father figure moment. It was really, he's telling everybody in the world that I'm his dad, I'm this, I'm that. And one of those Father's Day, him and his mom and his little sister, they all came up, and my mom had like a big party. I was wondering why she had a big party on Father's Day. Like my brother passed away, my older brother's down South Carolina. Like, ain't no fathers that you got as kids. Like, why you got this big party going on? And they literally came up to the house one day, and they're all like whispering and yada yada yada. But I wasn't even paying attention to it. I'm just outside having fun with my family. We eating, we drinking mimosas, and he literally came outside, and they got like a big bag and shirts and all type of stuff. It was like, and they making me read cards like yada yada yada. I'm going through it, and then like the shirt said like the front of the shirt was like Happy Father's Day. I'm like, all right, cool, and I turned to the back, and it was like, will you adopt me forever? So something like that, just like, dang, I really helped change this little kid's mindset because he went from like a 2.2 GPA to a 4.0 GPA because he had somebody that cared about him and believed in him. And he just became one of those kids who just became unreal, outstanding. And I'm excited to be a part of his life. I can't wait until he get to go talk about it on like ESPN or something and get to motivate somebody else who's going through that situation. And that was like a beautiful thing. The little girl that I adopted, she literally, I just met her, and it was crazy how we literally just talked about this, all of this today, and it was just like her real dad ended up passing away a couple years ago. And last year was my first year working at prep, but it was crazy because I wasn't supposed to work at prep last year. I had a job offering at a school called PCA over in like the west and south side area, and I was supposed to go there. But Mr. Graff ended up calling me and was like, "Man, I was in Spain. I didn't even know that you interviewed at other places. We really, really, really want you." And I'm like, yeah, for sure. So I ended up going to prep, met this little, I saw her a couple times up Emmons. She came in and she instantly locked to me. And I started taking her places, started taking her to basketball games, I started taking her to RJ's games, Malik's games. Me and her start bonding more. We start going like to have fun. I start taking her, she started coming with me for training, she started coming with me for lifting, like all of these little things. And then one day I was like one of those people at the school that like take phones and all of that. So I took her phone and I'm downstairs. She got the same phone as me. So I got her phone sitting next to mine, but her phone was like on top. And I get the phone rang and I like tapped it and her like phone said like dad in it. And I'm like, bro, like my dad don't even text me this much, bro. So I'm looking at the phone like, why she got dad in it? So I'm like looking at it. I'm like, oh, this is her phone. So I'm wondering who dad is, like, because I heard that her dad passed away. So I'm like, man, who the heck is dad? So, and it had like a heart emoji and all types of good stuff on it. So like I ended up just like calling it, and it was my number that was under dad. And after that, I like got so locked into her. Her mom blessed me with letting me be a father figure to her and letting me be there for her. So after that, now I'm 100, 1000% locked in with her. And every day we wake up like she's literally my daughter. And the paperwork and all that's going to get signed one of these days. But she literally, that's my baby girl. So those my two kids, man. Well, I got three kids now because I got a beautiful baby girl. She was just born April 1st last year. Her first birthday just came up. But I got three beautiful kids, man. I'm excited about them. They're all doing great things. Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
for real, you're blessed, and you're a blessing. For real, like, and you know that's why God kept you here on this earth because you're a blessing. And it's not like I said, it's not many people that come through with a heart. It's not many people that come through with a story to be like, oh, I'm a, you know, so I'm gonna put my time into, you know, what I'm saying, to these kids and to these people. You know what I'm saying? And you're adopting them and you're loving them and you're saying like, I care about you. And it's like you would probably hear me consistently repeat that throughout the interview because it's just like it's super rare. The heart to heart is like failing in today's society, and it's good to see that somebody out here is similar to the way you know the morals that I have. Feel me? So like
Mm-hmm.
you know, like now that you were saying that, I want to ask, like, what's your like, you know, you don't gotta give too much, you don't gotta, however you want to go about it, but like, what's your future goals? What you got up and coming? Like, what's your plans for the future, the next 5 years? How you going about that?
Uh, my younger self, I used to have like major goals and all of that, but me spending 5 days in the ICU and knowing that your life is 50-50, I kind of just go by day. My next 5 years, I want all my kids to, well, two of my kids to be in college. My son should be graduating college in 5 years. My daughter should be in the middle of college, and then my baby girl, she should be fab and doing her thing and starting her sports careers and going on. So I ain't really got too many goals, man. I just really just want to continue day by day building somebody up and making somebody better. I used to have goals like I want to have a gym, I want to have this, I want to have that, I want to do this and that, but those goals are like cool. It's cool to write down. It's cool to say. But me, I just let my days come by and just appreciate every day. Like I don't even get into that no more. Where I'm focused on 5 years. I had a stroke, so strokes can always come back. They can always take their course, do what they got to do. My job is just focused on tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and continue building and continue making somebody else see something different in their life. I got a bunch of new clients that just come work out with me, come train with me, and that's my job to just continue just building and building and building and making somebody else see the bigger picture in life. Somebody else can have on 5 goals. My job is to every single day to build somebody up and make them better. That's my goal. That's my dream to just make somebody else see the bigger picture in life now. So I ain't even on no 5 year goal, no 10 year goal. I'm literally on the next day and the next day. That's my new plan now.
Yeah, and that's a word in itself, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that answer because you don't hear it. You don't hear that type of answer after that type of question. You know, some people be ready to just I got this going on, that going on. Feel me? And that's their life, like you said. Everybody's life is different. Um, like I said, you're my very first episode, honestly, of this podcast. And I've been wanting to interview people for years, like
Hmm.
years on top of years. And I feel like, I finally was just like, I woke up one day and I was like, I'm gonna just do it. Like, I'm gonna just do it. Like I'm gonna just flow. I'm gonna let it flow. I'm not gonna let nothing stop me. Like, even the camera not working right now, and I'm like, we still gonna go. Like, we not about to stop this.
That's,
You feel
that's
me?
dedication. Facts.
Yeah, I was like, we still gonna go. Like, I'll just have to, man. When I'm sitting in a room, I'm gonna bring you right back, and we're gonna just do this all over again. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, this is getting posted. This is going up. This is gonna motivate people because your voice is what matter. So, like, I got a couple more questions for you. Um, cause you answered like, and like I said, as we go through the flow, you know what I'm saying? We answer a couple of them. So I do want to ask you this one, and this is where we kind of get, you know what I'm saying? We kind of get deep. So it's like when you look in the mirror, who do you see?
Camp Nitty. So somebody that's going to continue motivating people, getting them to where they need to go. When I look in the mirror, though, I heard this years ago, and this wasn't even on like motivational time. Some dude that I was working with when I was a security guard when I was in college. He was like kind of mad at himself, and it kind of like threw me off. But he like looked in the mirror, and we're downstairs getting dressed, so we go upstairs and work a whole 8 hour shift. And he was like, "Bro, like I don't like the person that I see," and that little thing motivated me. Was like, "What you mean?" Like I look in the mirror all the time, and I just be like sponging my hair, all type of stuff. And he was like, "Bro, I don't like the person that I see, bro. Like you could tell when you look in the mirror, bro, if you're proud of yourself." And now that he said that, like 10 years later, every day that I look in the mirror, I always make sure that like I'm smiling, I'm excited about who's looking back at me because that is a real thing. Some people really go through life, and some people didn't have the goals and the desire that they had when they was 5 years younger than what they are now. So now that I look in the mirror every single day, I always smile at myself because I'm proud of myself. Like there's days where I come home with I just had a great training or I had a great practice or I had a great whatever or me just working in the schools and I was able to talk to a kid and get them from being at 100% anger to coming all the way down and just enjoying life again. Like I celebrate those moments. Like to me, those are wins. Those are trophies that or invisible trophies that I was able to get just now, like invisible rings and championships that I was able to accomplish. So when I look in the mirror, I'm excited about the person that I get to see. This dude right here from a normal hill kid, and if you're from Pittsburgh, you know how normal hill kids' life end up. Like from a normal hill kid. Oh, I'm excited. I ain't got no enemies. When I walk past cops, when cops love me, hey, aren't you Camp Nitty? Aren't you like they love me? They don't even pull me over no more. I'm gonna knock on wood because I ain't trying to pull up tomorrow morning. But they love me so much. I was just in a meeting with the superintendent. I was just in rooms with the mayor. I was just in places with doctors and lawyers and being here. This is a hell kid with neck tattoos and all type of stuff going on. I don't talk the most proper. I ain't this and that, but I got a degree. I graduated with honors. Like when my family get to talk about me to these other people, they get to brag about me, and these other people are talking to my family, they get to brag about me. So I'm excited about the person that I see in the mirror every single day. I'm a great father. I'm a great person. I'm super kind to everybody. I show the utmost respect to every single baddie. I don't judge nobody. I don't be on that type of time. I don't hold grudges. I don't be stressed out about nothing. Like I'm excited about the person I see in the mirror, and God's going to continue making me one of those pillars of the community that's going to keep on motivating the hood and making the neighborhood a way better place than it was 10 years ago.
Amen to that, for real. And another question I got for you is, if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
Like, if who?
If you can give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be? Knowing what you know now, what would it be?
I don't know, because my younger self is the person that made me. So I wouldn't change nothing. I wouldn't give myself no advice. I literally just live day by day and continue doing what I'm doing. You try to give yourself advice, you're gonna overthink. So, nah, I ain't giving myself no advice as my younger self. I'm gonna literally let all those tragedies happen to me, let all of those things happen to me, let that bad kid have to grow up. And then it created this whole person that we get to see today. So, now I don't need to give him no advice. He did his thing, and he's that person now.
And that's a word right there, for real. And like I said, like some of your answers, like I do not, like I don't even know how to, you know what I'm saying, come back from, because I'm like I never heard nobody answer it like that. So it's like that's a word though, for real, for real. So another question I got for you is like, um, as a father, in today's society, in today's world, um, what is it that you want to do differently from like growing up? Like, what do you want to do with your kids that's differently? What do you want to show them that's, that is different from what you're used to?
So that goes easy for me because my dad was in jail from when I was 8 years old to 16 years old. So I didn't really get the experience having a dad. Moms are moms. Moms are great. I got a great baby mom. Like she does everything. My job is to just be there and support. I love I'll absolutely love showing up to my son's games or my daughter's games and them just being happy to see me like walk in. I try to get there a little early when they're doing their warm ups so they can see like when they're my son he's work running his route and they'll catch the ball and he'll look over and they'll see me there and I'm literally just like let's go. Or my daughter, she literally I went to her championship game. This was like my favorite moment and I went to her game and I like screamed, like, let's go, baby girl. And she like literally looked up in the stands and was just like super happy, like smiling like a mug. And just so they know, like win, lose or draw, like you won the game for sure. Like I just want to show my support to them that they ain't never gonna have to look in the stands and wonder is anybody here for me. Like I don't care where the game's at, how far it is. It could be 10 hours away. It could be up the street. Like I want to just support them and show them that they always got somebody. Because me growing up and me being in college, I used to get super upset that we was at an away game, probably like 2 hours away, and all of my teammates' friends are at the game. My teammates that came from South Carolina, my teammates that came from Youngstown, and their parents would travel and come visit them. And the feeling that they had, I always wanted. Like they're driving back with their parents after games and getting to go to eat and all type of stuff. And me, I'm literally on the bus with my headphones on. It's like, damn, bro, I wish I did with that. My parents come to the game or my mom or somebody comes. So my job is to just make sure that they always know that they got somebody in their corner. Be there for them. I can't wait to travel for my son's game 3 hours away up Buffalo. I just went like 2.5 hours for my daughter's game, state championship game. They lost. I mean, it's not state championship, but a state playoff game, and they lost. But just that feeling of taking her back and forth and letting her like we talking and all of that, but just the fact that she was able to have a support system there was just like the most beautiful thing. So that's my biggest things for being a parent is just the support and being there. Everybody think money is the thing that helps being a parent. Like that, money is the least of the problems. Let your kids see you. Let them see your face and let them know that you're there and you're going to support them no matter what they doing. I don't care if my baby girl or my son is the star of the team or just a regular. Like, they going to think that they the star regardless because of how much I'm going to pour into them and let them know what they could have did, what they couldn't did or anything. But I'm going to always be there for them.
100%, 100%. That's a word. That is a word. And like I said, that's a great way to respond to that question. Because I feel like, when as I'm going to be interviewing people, I feel like I'm going to get blown away by so many different responses. But it's the heart from the heart ones that, it really matter. It's the little things that really matter. And for the question I got for you right now, which we can, sum it up. So who are some of the, like the up and coming stars you train and like where are they from?
Like people that's already on or people that's on their way up.
On their way up and some that's already on.
Because I got some dogs, but RJ was my first. Everybody don't know that, but RJ was like my first trainee. I had people before RJ. I could say Troy and Delvons and all of those, but they was already like established, kind of really like they was established already. Delvon already had offers. Troy had offers. Um, like my young boy Ron, and Chief Sosa, like they was on their way, but like things happened to them that turned me up even more. But RJ, Jason, Pounds, he's going to be going to college. He ain't commit yet, but he's on his way up. Jason's at West Virginia right now. Pounds was just at I think Mississippi State or she was somewhere, I think Boston area. I think it was Mississippi State, but those was like the first waves. Keon just went to college. He ended up coming back home, but Keon was just at college. So those were like the first waves. My son was like the middle of it. My son's going to Buffalo. Rel, Terrell Allen Stokes, he's at Clarion. Khalil Taylor, the older one, he's up at Cal U. Um, I had a couple more. That's up Cal, U, Slippery Rocks, and all of those. But now this next wave is about to go crazier. I got to train Malik Thomas. I'll like do weight room activities with him. As soon as he comes home from college or wherever he's at, he always texts me. It was like, could we get in the weight room this day and this day and this day? And I get to push him into the weight room, get to build his muscles up just to show like he's more than just a regular high school basketball player. Like he's pro-minded already. The next wave is like Khalil Taylor's the younger one that's at Seton LaSalle. There's something different about me and Khalil's relationship. Khalil was always getting told like you shouldn't be training with Coach Camp Nitty. You should be over here with them and them. And Khalil would go over there with them, go with them, go with them. But he always comes back and he works out with me because it's a big difference that we talked about earlier. A lot of people don't push kids. They're okay with, oh, because he's a star, he's a 5 star. I ain't got to push him to this. He should know that already. But they just want to record him so they can put it on their joint so they could increase their revenue and all of that so they could get more clients to come to them. Like, nah, I'm going to push you. Little bro, you ain't go hard this play. You ain't go hard on this rep. You ain't go, like, let's go, man. Get lower, get faster, get stronger. Like, all of those. So, like, that's me and his relationship and all that. And that's why I believe he really loves training with me. Richard Lowjohn, he just got his third offer. Cad Jones, he got a couple offers and he's on his way up. My godson, Nouveau Bone, he's literally every day I take him into the weight room. The older men just like would tap his rib or something. Like, God dang, this little dude's strong as heck. Like, this little dude literally went from 25 pounds on both sides on the bench press to 45s on both sides. He's pushing up the 60-pound weights on the dumbbells and like benching it. Like this little dude is literally he not okay with being comfortable, and he's not okay with like I just did this last week. I'm gonna stay with this because this is easy. Like if he feel like the 60s are too easy, he's gonna bump the 65. He feel like the 65 is too easy, he gonna bump the 70s. Like Nouveau Bone is literally mentally getting unreal, and he's about to have a few. He's about to have a few colleges that's going to be on his heels. He's not even in high school yet, but he's going to be one of those ones that's going to take Cam Nitty over the top. My nephew Tata Tavon so well. He's literally the best player that ever played in these little league games. And if you watch like Hill District football or anything, like you know who Tata is, and he's literally on his way. Like he's growing like crazy. He's getting stronger. He's getting faster, and he just got that mindset. So we're like, I don't believe nobody in the world is better than me. So that's like my next group right now. Malik Davis from the north side. That's my little dog. I call him my nephew. He's literally on his way, and he got that mindset now to where like he ain't with the older ones beating him in nothing. Like he always asks me, like, "Oh, can I go first? Could I go do this one?" Like I'm in the front group. Like I ain't with that being in the back. Like he's on his way too. I got a couple of young steppers that's on their way. I don't really want to brag about them. I don't really want to go too crazy. I try my best to be humble so they could be humble, but I'm ready to show off. Like I'm ready for them to get to their freshman year and we go crazy right now. So I got some young dogs on their way. My nephew Treyway, my daughter, of course, she just put out her highlight tape, and from her ninth grade year to her 10th grade year, she literally it's like a huge difference. Everybody's texting me. It was like, yo, she's literally killing. Like, oh yeah, she's about to step in. She's going into the 11th grade year. She about to have the greatest 11th grade year that we ever seen out of city league players. So I got some people coming. I'ma stay humble so they can stay humble, but I got some dogs on their way. That's why I don't really care for everybody. Like, oh, it's Camden, this and that. I don't even post no more and see y'all should come to my training. I just post videos now. Y'all gonna see it. And I don't even post all my videos because I don't need nobody biting my swag, and I don't want everybody seeing what we got. We cooking silently. So I got some young dogs coming on their way. Just stay
So
tuned.
you definitely got some, yeah, some goats on you. Cause I definitely knew, like I said, I've been watching you, so I definitely knew RJ was one of your main dogs. You know what I'm saying? So I knew RJ was like, man,
Thanks.
that boy, he's different. He's so different. What's something you want to say, as we coming up to wraps here, like what's something you want to say to the people?
They ain't believing me now. They gotta believe in me. And y'all messed up. Y'all messed up by trying to make me compete with other people and all of this. And I think I needed that. Like I ain't competing with nobody. I ain't begging y'all to come train with me. I ain't begging y'all to do anything with me. But just stay tuned and don't ask me for help when you see all my little homies at the NFL draft or the NBA draft putting on their hats and then shouting me out. So just remember that, man. I ain't begging. I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to stay humble. I'm going to keep my faith in my kids. But, oh, we on our way. We definitely on our way. So it's on now.
And that's how we do it. So y'all heard it here first. Camp Nitty going hard, bringing out goats straight out of the Hill District and many other places. North side, west side, east side, all over the city. It's not just one. You know what I'm saying? He's going hard. Get with him or get lost. You feel me? That's how it
Facts.
really is. And you feel me? We come checking back with the next episode. We appreciate y'all for coming. Camp Nitty straight out of the Hill District. Y'all heard it here first. This
Mhm.
is the podcast Unfiltered Voices, and we out. It's